Hi everybody, I'm Chris Richardson. I'm going to be teaching Pop Culture 2. This is the second class, but it's not mandatory that you take it in any order. So this, for the record, is Pop Culture or Popping Culture Research Methods for Studying the Popular. I'll be referring to it as the second course, but like I said, no need to take them in order. The other course, if you're interested, or maybe you've already taken it, is called Introduction to Cultural Theory and Popular Culture. So let's get to it. So thank you for joining me. As I said, this is sort of unofficially Pop Culture 2, but technically it's called Popping Culture Research Methods for Studying the Popular. And it is a sort of continuation, but also a standalone class. If you are interested and if you haven't taken the other class that I'm talking about that I'll often call Pop Culture 1, it's online. You're welcome to look through some of the things, maybe check out some of the articles that we put up or discussed and watch anything. And if you have taken that, great. Maybe you can still go back for clarification if there are things that you sort of remember but aren't 100% on. We'll be using the same books, except different aspects of those books. So we'll be looking at Fables, the comic, and we'll be looking at the second story in that, the second story arc, and that's called Animal Farm. And the other one we did, Legends in Exile. And we'll also be using John Story's collection of articles called Cultural Theory and Popular Culture, and those will be different. Those will be on the syllabus, so you're always welcome to look through that whole book. It's great, but it's huge, and that's why I've broken it up. And so today, I simply want to introduce some of the things that we'll be doing, and I want to refer you to the other video that I made. If you have taken the other class, then it will be a refresher, and if you haven't, then it'll bring you a little bit up to speed on what the hell popular culture is, because as you may know, those two words seem sort of obvious, but the more you look at them, the more you think about them, the more nobody knows what they mean. I teach this. I have a master's degree in popular culture. I have a PhD in media studies. I'm not sure exactly what popular culture means, but that's something we're going to work through when we talk about how to study it, what it means to study popular things, and how we might do that. So this week, your reading assignment is simply a quick encyclopedia entry on popular culture. I'm the one that wrote it, and so if you have complaints, you can direct them to me. But that should, like I said, bring you up to speed. If you haven't ever taken a popular culture course, don't worry so much. We'll just introduce a lot of the things we'll continue to talk about. And if you have taken this class before, this should be familiar to you, but it's still good to refresh your memory. Either way, I will be posting what I call challenges, which are sort of little assignments just to get participation. We'll see what happens in the term, whether we'll be meeting face-to-face all the time or whether we'll be doing sort of a hybrid or what have you. That all depends. I've already gotten a lot of emails about people who are self-isolating or who are perhaps testing positive for COVID, and so obviously you shouldn't be coming to class. So we'll see. We'll play it by ear, but I don't want anyone ever coming to an in-person meeting if they don't feel well or if they're sick or if, life happens. So maybe you're taking care of somebody and you can't make it. Totally fine. What you do need to do to get participation, if you're registered in this class, and by the way, if you're not registered, enjoy. Have fun, go at it if you want. I'm happy to see people participate even if they're not registered. But the only people getting grades are registered students, and so in order to get a participation grade, you need to do these weekly challenges, which are due no later than Friday at midnight. But I definitely encourage you to do it. I mean, you could do it on Monday or Tuesday as soon as they're posted at the beginning of the week. Generally speaking, they involve thinking about the articles that we're reading, maybe applying them to certain aspects of your experience or your familiarity with different things. I always welcome people to bring in their ideas. Anyway, hopefully that makes sense, and if it doesn't, or if you still have questions, always feel free to reach out to me. You can make an appointment to speak with me online. That's when my office hours are available for you to basically make an appointment. There's 20-minute blocks, and you'll see that in the syllabus. You can also simply type a question into the Ask Me Anything box, which I've put on all of my web pages. And I put that there so that it's anonymous, and so that if you feel bad, you're self-conscious perhaps, you don't want to look stupid. I know a lot of students are concerned that if they ask a question, it'll show that they don't know something, which, trust me, it's fine not to know things. That said though, because a lot of students are self-conscious, I put this anonymous question asker device thing. So you're welcome to ask questions anonymously, or of course you're welcome to email me and we can talk. The only thing that you need to do this week is to read that article, look at the other video that's posted right below this one, and answer a few of those questions. That's your first challenge. The other thing, which is sort of just to get to know each other, I mean, it counts as participation, but it's also hopefully just a fun activity, is that I would like you to record your own little video. Try to keep it under a minute. I would aim for 60 seconds, but go lower rather than higher with that. And I want you to introduce yourself and give us 3 things that you like from popular culture. So this can be music, this can be books, this can be film, television, whatever. 3 things, but one of them should be a lie. And I'll put one of my own up there to show you what that might look like. But I'd like you to submit that. Just send me the video. You can send me a link or send it through Google Drive or whatever it is that you use, Dropbox maybe. I'm going to put it up, so make sure it's nothing too private. But then we will have a sort of quiz, and you can see, because I did this last term as well, we're going to have a sort of quiz where we get to know each other a little bit, but we also get to play this game and try to figure out if we can identify the lie. So it should be 3 things somewhat similar, one of which you don't like, 2 of which you definitely do like. And don't say it in the video, because people are supposed to watch your video and guess. So that's the only real thing in addition to what we normally do, which is have a reading and do a challenge. This is a bonus pop culture quiz, I'm calling it, where we are trying to see if we can identify the differences in our opinions, and we'll also talk about that in the future about, you know, how do you make judgments about this? How do you study what people like? What does it mean to like something? For example, a lot of people follow, or a lot of people comment or watch things that they maybe would say that they don't like, but they still do it. And so does that mean that it's popular? Does that mean that they like it? These are some of the kinds of questions that we might ask in this class. The first class, the other class, focused mainly on theories of popular culture. This class will focus mainly on methods, so ideas of like, how do you study something? How do you collect evidence about something? What kinds of questions can you ask and can you answer? Whereas maybe there are some questions that can't, at least empirically, be verified. And anyway, we'll have hopefully some really good discussions. I think we'll likely be meeting in person and having good discussions there, but I'm always conscious of people who are unable to attend, and so I'm always going to be putting something online. It might not be a full sort of lecture, but it will definitely be a challenge that you'll have to do by Friday, and maybe some points or some tips or some quick videos sort of like this one. So anyway, I'm very pleased that you are taking this, whether you registered officially or not. I'm very pleased that you're participating. Anyone can send a video, 3 likes, one of them should be a lie, and also, of course, introduce yourself. So you could say something like, hi, I'm Chris, I'm a first-year student, or I'm a senior graduating and I'm studying this, and I'm also doing a minor in popular culture, and I love these 3 movies. This is what I've done before, actually. So I have these 3 movies that I love. I love Star Trek Into the Darkness, I love Fight Club, and I love Fellini's La Dolce Vita. And so one of those is a lie, and it's up to you to guess which one. But anyway, hopefully you will enjoy this class. I pretty much guarantee you will enjoy this class as long as you participate and as long as you do the things, whether or not you do them successfully. Like sometimes people might sort of fail these challenges. You're not being graded on that. Obviously, I hope that you do well and that you can articulate things, but for the most part, I'll ask questions that don't have a clear right answer. They mostly ask you to justify, why do you think this, or what opinion do you hold and why? And so those are some of the kinds of questions that you'll get. So there's no real failing. The only way you fail is by not doing it, or by clearly not referring or showing that you have not done any participation in terms of reading the stuff or watching the videos. Otherwise, I guarantee you'll do well, you'll enjoy this, and we will have some fun together. I will stop it there. Welcome again to Pop Culture 2.